You clicked on this video while procrastinating. Right now, there is a textbook sitting somewhere waiting for you, notes that still need reviewing, and an exam that is getting closer every single day. And yet, here you are. I am not going to judge you for that, because I spent years doing the exact same thing. But here is the truth, that nobody is willing to say out loud. Watching videos about studying is not studying. At some point, the planning has to stop and the actual work has to begin. So today, I am going to show you exactly how to study for 6 full hours straight, without losing focus, without burning out, and without reaching for your phone every few minutes. Stay with me until the end, because these 4 steps are going to completely change the way you study. Before we get into the steps, let us get honest about what is actually happening inside your head right now. You probably think you have a focus problem, but you do not. What you actually have is a discipline problem. Over months and years, without even noticing it, you trained your brain to expect something exciting every 30 seconds. A new video, a new notification, a new little rush of stimulation. Your brain got so used to that constant input that sitting quietly with a textbook now feels almost impossible to tolerate. Think about it honestly. When was the last time you sat in complete silence for 10 full minutes without reaching for your phone? Most people cannot answer that. And that is the real problem here. Not the subject you are studying, not the difficulty of the material, not even the pressure of the exam. The real problem is the habit you have quietly built of escaping boredom the moment it appears. The good news is that habit can be broken, and it starts right now with 4 steps. Step 1 is to shock your system. Most people begin studying like they are settling in for a nap. Soft background music, a warm drink, a comfortable chair, and then they are genuinely surprised when they lose focus after 20 minutes. Your brain needs a clear, unmistakable signal that it is time to work, not wind down. So before you even think about opening a book, here is what you do. Splash cold water on your face. Not lukewarm, cold. Then do 20 to 30 push-ups, jumping jacks, or run in place for 2 full minutes. That sounds simple, and it is, but here is why it works. Physical movement spikes your heart rate, drives fresh oxygen into your brain, and completely pulls you out of that slow, drowsy state your body defaults to. This step is not optional. This is the ignition that starts the engine. Skip it, and you will spend your first hour fighting exhaustion instead of actually learning anything. Do this every single time before you sit down to study, and you will immediately notice a difference in how sharp and ready your mind feels. Step 2 is to build your fortress of focus. And this means confronting the one thing you already know is the problem: your phone. I do not care if you say you need it for notes or PDFs. Put it in another room. If you absolutely cannot study without it, switch it to airplane mode and block every app that has nothing to do with your work. Here is a fact that most people never think about. Every single time you glance at your phone, even for 10 seconds, your brain needs 15 to 20 full minutes to return to a deep state of focus. Read that again. If you are checking your phone every 30 minutes during a study session, you are never actually in deep focus at all. You are just sitting at a desk and fooling yourself. Your study environment needs to be completely free of distractions. No music with lyrics, no background videos, no just quickly checking anything. If you need sound, use plain white noise and nothing else. Strip your space down to only what you need. The moment you create that environment, your brain has no choice but to settle into the work in front of it. Without this step, I promise you, you will not survive past hour 2. Step 3 is the 90-minute block method, and this is the engine that makes 6 hours of studying actually possible. Stop trying to power through 6 straight hours without any structure. No one can sustain that, and trying to will only burn you out by hour 3. Here is how you do it instead. Study for 90 minutes with complete, uninterrupted focus. No breaks, no phone, no distractions, just you and the work. When those 90 minutes are finished, take a 10 to 15-minute break. But here is where most people destroy all the progress they just made. They grab their phone the moment the break starts and spend 15 minutes scrolling through short videos. The second you do that, your brain flips into entertainment mode. Getting it back to deep focus after that is a real battle, and most people lose that battle. Your breaks need to be quiet. Walk around, stretch, get some water, look out the window. Let your mind sit in stillness for a few minutes. That stillness is not wasted time. That is when your brain quietly processes and stores everything you just studied. Run this cycle for times. 90 minutes of focused work, 15 minutes of real rest, repeated for times. That is your 6 hours. Completely structured, completely manageable, and genuinely effective if you stick to it. Step 4 is the one nobody talks about, but it is honestly the most important part of this entire video. Somewhere around hour 4 or 5, things are going to get hard. Your eyes will feel tired, your back will start to ache, and your brain will begin telling you very convincing things. It will say you have already done enough today. It will say you can pick this up fresh tomorrow. It will say you have earned a break. That voice is going to sound completely reasonable, but that voice is not your friend. That is the exact moment where most people stop. They close the book, they pick up the phone, they tell themselves they did their best. But the people who keep going past that point, even when every part of them wants to stop, are the ones who actually get results. Here is the only mental trick you need for this moment. Do not look at the full hour ahead of you. Just commit to 10 more minutes. That is it. Then when those 10 minutes are done, commit to 10 more. Break it down into the smallest possible pieces, and before you realize what happened, you have finished the session. What you earn at the end of that is not just information from a textbook. It is proof. Proof that you can push through discomfort when it counts. And that kind of proof changes how you see yourself, not just as a student, but in every area of your life. Here is the final reality check. 6 hours of real, focused, distraction-free study is genuinely not normal. Most people will not do it. They will procrastinate through the morning, scroll through the afternoon, and convince themselves they will get serious starting tomorrow. But tomorrow turns into next week, and next week turns into the night before the exam. You watched this video all the way to the end, which already tells me something about you. You actually want to change. So here is your challenge for this week. Pick one day, block off 6 hours, and follow every step I just gave you. Shock your system before you start. Eliminate every distraction. Use the 90-minute blocks. And when your brain tells you to quit, around hour 4, push through 10 more minutes at a time. When you finish, come back and comment the word done. I want to see exactly who followed through and who just kept watching videos. If you want my full study system to support everything covered here, it is linked in the description below. And if you are new to this channel, subscribe now, because every video here is built to help you actually improve, not just feel motivated for a few minutes. See you in the next one.